Hello, my beautiful sugar plums. It's Michelle Visage. Welcome to another episode of Whatcha, Packin. And today, from Alaska via Chicago, it's Denali. Hey, Denali.
What's good? Hi, it's me.
So you're originally from what part of Alaska?
I grew up in a town called Fairbanks, Alaska.
And how old were you when you left Fairbanks?
15 years old. I was training to be a competitive figure skater, and I kind of reached my maximum potential with the coaching that was available. I asked my parents, and I was like, I want to chase my dream. And I moved to Salt Lake City after that to train.
It's a big skiing town. Is it a big figure skating town as well?
Super big. After the Olympics, there's just a huge coaching boom and a lot of excitement about winter sports there.
What is your nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm Jewexican.
Oh my God, what a great mix!
Yeah, I am half German, Jewish, and indigenous Mexican, so I am of the Pueblo del Sur, the Mestizo tribe, and yeah, I'm very proud of that.
So you speak Spanish?
Sí, hablo español.
And do you practice Judaism?
No, not anymore. My family's kind of fallen out of it, but it's obviously still in our bloodline.
What a really cool heritage you have.
Yeah.
I was watching you on the show and I was so mesmerized by you and I couldn't figure out what it was. So now that explains, how do you get to Chicago from Salt Lake City?
So after I trained competitively there and did my whole national team moment, I decided that I wanted to go into figure skating performance world. So I toured, and on cruise ships is where the birth and the desire for doing drag began, because I started watching season 5 with a bunch of other little queeros on board. We'd all get together on Sundays, and I fell in love. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do this. And at the time, I was in love with just this generation of drag from Chicago. It actually included Kimora Hall and great legends like Shea Coulee and Valentine Adams and Pearl and Trixie. And so I was like, I want to be these divas. And so I moved to Chicago and I pursued it.
Yeah, Chicago's a great drag city. It's fun, it's reckless, it's camp, it's independent.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of the Chicago drag scene for a while, but I didn't realize you were a cruise ship kid too. So you and Elliot, for me, it's living a dream, because not only am I a big cruiser, but it's the most ultimate experience. I mean, you get to see the world, you listen to the ocean every night, you get all this food all the time, and you get to entertain really obnoxious people. Is it fun?
It's really cute in your young 20s when you're fresh out of college and you're seeing the world. It's a cozy lifestyle.
Now, how old were you when you started skating in Alaska?
I was 5 years old.
Oh my goodness.
I was walking, talking, and then skating.
Yeah. Did you ever make it to the Olympics?
I didn't. It's such a competitive sport.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they take 2-3 members a year for every 4 years. I was good, but I kind of had a late start. But that's why making the Olympics of drag was so important to me.
You incorporated your skates into the Olympics of drag because your entry look, how you had skates on them. Those are real skates. We just have the skate covers on them?
They're very just old skates that I found at like a costume store that happened to be my size, and we just completely encrusted in rhinestones. I grew up with skates on my feet, so it was important to kind of like bring that in. Had I known we were lip syncing, I would not have worn ice skates. After losing that lip sync, it made me come back the next episode with such a fire, and that episode happened to be my challenge win.
Everything happens for a reason. It might hurt when it happens, but it always happens for a reason. And you said you knew Kimora Hall, and you're the one who ended up sending her home. Oof. How was that for you?
Extremely painful.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna be subtle about it, because she was somebody I looked up to for so long. She was somebody that I idolized, and just a really great friend. But at the end of the day, a girl has to do what she has to do, and she's got to turn it to 100% pure love. And I knew if it was 90s house, here we go, you know, it was over.
Baby, you're a competitor. You're somebody who was an Olympic hopeful. This is called the Olympics of drag for a reason. That's reality. So just like you said, you did what you had to do. But the real question, Denali, is if you and Milk were skating against each other, who would win?
If it was an ice dance competition, she would definitely probably win, because she is super tall and her lines are gorgeous. And it was a freestyle competition, bitch. I can do backflips on the ice, so I think I'd take that one.
Denali, you made it very far in the competition. You made it to, I believe, the Makeover Challenge.
I did, man. Yeah, I'm really proud of that.
Did it surprise you that you made it that far, or did you go into it knowing, no, I know I have what it takes?
I came in definitely being like, bitch, top 4, let's go. From that first day and from those first moments in the show that I was so like this, it really shook me. This is harder than I expected, and this is a lot crazier than I expected. So it kind of shook my confidence for a bit there, and I was like, you know what? Let's just keep clawing and fighting to see how far I can go. But at the end of the day, I'm still so proud of what I had done to have made it that far and to actually have some successes on the show, including some challenge wins and some top placements from like Snatch Game. Michelle, Snatch Game?
Yeah.
I was like shaking in my skates for, you have no idea. Like even before it happened.
You have to take those moments and you have to appreciate them for what they are. Because we all sit back and we watch reality shows from Survivor to Amazing Race to RuPaul's Drag Race, and we sit and we watch and go, oh girl, I could do that and I would kill it and I would win. And then you get on there,
I mean, as a super fan of the show, every single season I'd be like, bitch, I would have done that. Ooh, I would have done that. She's crazy. Why would she do that? But when you are there, girl, especially our season, we've been through so much, and I just pray that the fans be nice to us because
they're never nice, Denali, no.
I hope they're understanding that we have filmed RuPaul's Drag Race through COVID, which is such an extra added amount of pressure and uncertainty and fear and isolation and everything like that. So it was so hard. It was so difficult. You know, and I mentioned that to Ru. I was like, I get it now. I finally understand.
Yes.
This is all about just how you adapt as a drag queen. And there's no set formula, there's no set exact plan of how you need to do well and how you need to win RuPaul's Drag Race. You know, you might have an idea about it, but at the end of the day, once you arrive on that set and you've gotten the call, it is all about being adaptable.
Versatility, baby.
She's verse. Kind of.
Let's talk about your relationship with Rosé.
Oh my goodness, Brosé. Going through RuPaul's Drag Race, through COVID and all of that, I feel like all of us got so much closer than what we would have in a normal season, just because, you know, we've been through a lot. From the beginning, it was this precedent of I got you and I got your back. It was just this really cute, solid friendship that formed from the beginning. She's kind of cute.
You're both kind of cute.
Oh.
So where is that friendship now?
That friendship is stronger.
Yay! Oh, that's exciting! We love a little bit of gossip and we love blossoming friendships.
Yeah, of course. I love, you know, some little Scottish stubble sometimes.
Yes! If you had a chance to redo one of the looks, one of the runways, which one would you do and why?
I think that I would obviously choose the makeover one.
Right.
Painting other people. That was one thing that I hadn't had a lot of practice in.
Legit.
I think I just chose some difficult elements of the makeover that ended up not really translating as much.
And this beautiful finale look that you have next to you is very skatery, very Denali.
It's very ice skatery, right? Yeah.
Would you have worn your braid, your long braid?
No, not with this. Honestly, I wore that way too many times on the show as was. But it is very iconically me, you know, it's very Elsa, it's very Ice Queen, and I live for that. No, this is obviously a tribute to growing up in Alaska. It is an airbrushed floor-length gown, and I truly don't think there's anything more beautiful than seeing the Northern Lights, and it is stoned to death because I am a skater and I love stones.
Do you get to go back to Fairbanks or to Alaska?
I kind of reached what I could do potentially in Alaska, and it was kind of one of those small town kid things where you're like, see ya, I'm gonna go be a star, because there's nothing else there for me. But when I do go back, I just really take in the mountains and the nature and just the beauty that is Alaska. I miss that.
Is your family still there, honey?
My dad actually just left, but we're all over the lower 48 now. That's what we call y'all, the lower 48.
I am so proud of you. I hope you're as proud of yourself for what you've done. You got really far, baby, and I think the world loves you, so you should be proud of yourself.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It means the world to hear that from you.
And I can't wait to see you and give you a COVID-free hug.
I can't either. I can't wait. Air hug like this.
Yes, exactly. That's another episode of Whatcha Packin'. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time, kids. Bye. Subscribe to the Drag Race YouTube channel for all things Drag Race.